Mm. All right. Good morning. Awesome. Happy Monday. And for those of you I have not met who might be watching the recording later, my name is Michelle Briganti, and I'm here to share some pranayama, some breath work, and some meditation with you here today. We'll be together for about 30 minutes. And I have Ken and Ruth online with me, and I'm really, really super grateful to be here. So we'll jump right in, settling in, and finding a seated position that might feel really supportive for your body. And the option to lie down is always yours. If you feel really motivated to do that, if you haven't quite, if you're watching the recording at a later time of the day where it might feel soothing to find yourself in that position, you're always free to do so. And if your intention is to be energized, finding a seat with the feet placed firmly on the ground. You can also find yourself in a butterfly seat, perhaps in a yogic kind of position. And let the hands be relaxed, and let the face and the jaw be relaxed. And inviting you to close the eyes. And we close the eyes so that the heart may open. And if you prefer to keep the eyes slightly open, I invite you to drop them down towards the ground and let the lids get heavy. And perhaps you might notice that the scenery around you blurs a bit. I like to imagine ourselves dropping from the mind space and into the heart space, almost as if you were submerging yourself little by little underwater, or as if you were slipping into a cave and getting a little bit deeper. And we come to this space of meditation and pranayama so that we can practice the tools that we have available to us, the tools that bring us rest and relaxation, the power for us to connect with the silence and the being, so that when the mind gets busy and life gets busy, we always within us have this container, this space that we can go and feel safe and secure. And we take this wherever we go. And so just noticing what the breath feels like today. It is always such a reflection of our mood, of our energy. And perhaps it feels small and a little tight. And perhaps it feels deep and wide like an ocean. We're going to scan the body. We're going to take a trip through the body, through the container. And so allowing yourself just to gently swallow. And inhaling through the nose, pause and linger at the top of the inhale for a moment. And then exhale, feel yourself soften and surrender, letting something go. Embracing this energy of spring, making space. With each exhale, we clear away the debris, clear away the weeds and the residue, the resistance. And every inhale, we plant another seed. And that space in between is as if we're watering the area, as if we're giving it nourishment. And bringing the awareness to the feet, that ambulate us through the world. We give thanks and gratitude. The feet that allow us to walk and move and dance. And feel the sole of the left foot. Feel all the toes, each individual, the pinky toe, the fourth, the third, second, and the big toe. See if you can breathe directly into that foot. The left side is our feminine side. This is where we receive. And so we begin by receiving so that we have a container from which to give. This feminine, this moon side, this balance of energy between the moon and the sun, between the light and the shadow. Between the surrender and the action. And bringing your awareness over to the right foot. And this is our masculine, this is our sun side. All the fire lives here. This is how we show up in the world. Bringing the awareness to the heel, the arch of the foot, the top shell of the foot. And starting with the little toe, moving with the breath all the way to the big toe. With the breath and the attention and the awareness just slipping in through the right foot. And just gently traveling up, we're going to move over to the left ankle, the ankle that connects the leg with the foot, and just bringing our awareness there. Maybe make a circle with your intention as you breathe around the left ankle. Coming back to that feminine energy, this constant state of giving and receiving. And slowly sliding the awareness over to the right side, over to the right ankle. And here again, noticing what it feels like to pause here. A lot of the time, the further away something is, the less we know about it. And it's the same thing applies with our body. Think about our back, think about our feet, the places that are furthest from our eyes. We give them less attention. And we usually notice them when something goes wrong. And so here we are, we practice. We spend time with our own bodies, our own container. We were given this one body to travel this journey with. Bringing it over to the right ankle, and again, this receiving and giving energy. The constant dance, this masculine and feminine to which we all embrace. Our purpose is to balance the energy. And moving up and over from the right ankle and back to the left side, taking the awareness to the shin and the calf. Breathing in the left side. Connecting with the body that knows the answers, that always knows what's right for us. When we drop out of the head and into the body, we have a library full of wisdom available to us. And then bringing the awareness, bringing the breath over to the right shin and calf. Perhaps you can imagine the breath massaging the space between the ankle and the knee. And slowly and gently taking the awareness and bringing it over to the left knee. And the right knee. And as if you were filling up a cup as you breathe into the left side and into the right side, the knee, the joint. It takes so much action connecting the lower half of the leg with the upper half of the leg. It can flex and extend. And perhaps as you bring your awareness from side to side, you notice that one needs a little more love than the other. And showing our grace and gratitude for our knees, for the left side and the right side. And slowly and gently bringing the awareness to the thighs. You can notice the tops of the thighs at the quads. You can notice the back of the thighs at the hamstrings, the inner and outer thighs, the ab and the abductors, and one of the largest muscles in our body. This whole container of strength and power. Pause and linger and breathe into the left side. Allow yourself to receive that feminine energy. And then as you travel to the right, give something away. Let something go. And just panning out slightly and letting the legs get really heavy. So from the thighs through the knees, to the shin, the calf, the ankle, and the feet. The lower half of the body anchoring down. Weighting yourself with and into the earth. And then bringing the awareness to the left sits bone. That's the point that anchors you to the seat beneath you. There's a little bony protrusion there that you might or might not notice. And there's the same on the right. And imagine there's a point of light between the two of them. And as you inhale, drawing that light from the earth, and as you exhale, straight back down into the ground. Imagine it's the root of our generation, of how it is that we entered into the earth and onto the earth. And bring your awareness now to the tips of the pelvis, to the top of the hip bones, and this is the bowl that holds us, that holds the upper body, connects the upper body with the lower body. And it brings us together. Perhaps there's a sensation of water stirring within that bowl. From the left hip point to the right hip point, take a breath. And just hold it and exhale and feel yourself root back down into the ground. And slowly we're going to travel from there, the belly button, and just take a pause there, take a breath right into the middle, from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right, to your very, very center. Take a breath. Maybe you notice a softening or expansioning of the belly. You notice the rib cage. Move out of the way for the ribs. And slowly and gently breathe into the left rib cage. And as you breathe in, imagine there's healing light, this beautiful white light that you're drawing into the ribs. Take it over to the right. This gorgeous golden cage that holds the container that protects our lungs. Each and every inhale offers a healing light. And then take that breath and travel up to the heart center. Bring the awareness into the heart. Every single breath, introduce love again and again, first and foremost for yourself. It is so often that we look outside of ourselves for this love and connection when we have an ocean full of it within ourselves. If only we were to spend time, if only we were to invite it in and open, to soften into our own hearts. Slowly and gently bring the awareness to the back line of the body, and starting at the base of the spine, this gorgeous staircase, this ladder from the base of the spine all the way up to where it connects into the back of the skull, to each and every vertebra. Drawing that energy from the base of the spine up to the crown, up to the base, the top of the spine. Drawing it up and then letting it pour down. And take an inhale from the base of the spine. And as it draws up to the neck and the back of the head, let it pour up and out over the tops of the shoulders. Run down the arms, into the palms and fingertips of your hands. Allow yourself to spend some time here. Inhaling up the spine to the tops of the shoulders, to where the shoulders and the neck meet, and then out. Down the arms, through the elbows, into the wrists, into the palms of the hands, and each and every fingertip. Bringing the awareness to the ears, the right and the left. And slowly traveling from the ears to the eyes, the right and the left. Bringing the breath to the third eye, that space between the brows, between the right and the left eye, just above the brows, our intuitive space. And traveling up to the crown of the head, to the fontanelle, that very, very soft spot at the very, very top of the head, connecting what is above with what is below. Take an inhale to the top of the crown and just hold it there for a moment. And then as you exhale, let it pour down through every single cell, through the tongue and the throat, through the collarbones, the palms of the hands, the tops of the hips, the thighs, the knees, the ankles, the heels and the toes. Let the channel be open from the sky to the earth, from spirit to soil. Take one more breath through the nose and just pause and hold it. And on the exhale, let it all go. And slowly you'll begin to deepen the breath. You might sigh it out a few times, maybe drop the chin towards the chest, roll the ear to shoulder and ear to shoulder on each side. And then bring the head back to neutral. Slowly start to open the eyes and take in the room around you. And it's always with the deepest of gratitude that I share in this practice. Thank you for being here. Have the most beautiful day.